Yo, everybody feeling kind of crazy today, man. That's what a real engine look like. My baby begged me to get on the video, so I said, okay, we'll go ahead and do a video. This is Las Vegas. Y'all niggas know. I'm gonna let this track bang. A lot of people going through a lot of stress, man. There's a lot of mental fuck up. It's about to be my 36th birthday, man. Life's a wild piece. You dig what I'm saying? I leave a hair alone, prepare for new, never share with you blue. We some nocturnal niggas, we only eat by the moon. This is pimpin' in the blood. Yeah, this is real. This ain't none of that bullshit they be feeding you in them other videos. That's why they can't do videos at their house. And their baby mama come out there talking shit. Not on this candy thing, nigga. Oh, you increase my shillings? 415s up in there, nigga. There go the granddaddy. Here go the fly bitch. I'm a Chevy nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up now? Operation shut down. We got your clouds round my head. Proud like a wild pit that's been fed. Nothing but lead and gunpowder. Decrease these niggas sweetness like the summer heat on spring flowers. You will bring hours to the Yo, let me play some more. At the drop of a dime. Keep your eyes on the prize. What's my other shit at? Predict the outcome of crimes. Everybody gets caught. Forgive him. Get over time. The Lord shine. Of course, I'm not the fourth. Yeah, I need to listen to my other shit real quick, man. I need to listen to my other shit. Yeah, a lot of people going through a lot of stressful shit nowadays, man. It's not good. It's a new zone for me, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna let y'all get a piece of the beauty before, this whole shit changes. Cause shit about to change like a motherfucker around here. You dig? And that's just the truth. Where the shit at? Right here. Yeah. Yo. Bass on you, nigga. This shit can get real loud. This is low. This can get real loud. Yeah, I had to do that. I had to do the ignorant nigga one time. The young Shaka Zulu, who knew the dude would grow from YouTube, evolve from VooDoo, all through what I've been through. My sister do jujitsu, move just like Vishnu. Yes, we pay dues and let their tutu bring Jews, but it's my food sway shoes. Never look in my eyes. We open meeting outside. The element of surprise. The elegant in the prize. Elephant is my size. Yeah, man. So what's up with all these niggas talking shit online, bro? About dead men, like some old bitch ass niggas, baby. Yeah, that's the trunk rattling, nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with my transmission. Ain't nothing wrong with my shit, nigga. Yeah, this is how I bang in Las Vegas. I don't see nobody else banging me. You know I put that work in. Oh, I be out here. Niggas don't think I be. I creep in a lot of different vehicles, nigga. Yeah, I be in and out. Fuck that bullshit. I got books to write. Yeah, that's my game. The books produce this. Intelligence and beauty, B. That's where niggas should be at. I'm gonna put this motherfucker up in the garage. Because I usually don't do shit like this. So watch this shit. Okay, here we go. Watch this. It says y'all want to hear the engine. I know you want to hear the engine. Let me see here. Want to hear the engine? 55, nigga. Rocket, nigga. Original, nigga. In my garage, nigga. That's how I feel today. You understand? Yeah, there's more books coming. I'm finna switch up a lot of shit. I gotta clean up a lot of the books that I done put out. We finna put new information in them, re-release them, you know, and then we gonna carry on. But books is my game, man. I had to play a little bit of the album. You know, I'm gonna miss hip hop. I'm gonna be honest, you know, but I'm already in the immortal space, be. MP3s and songs get flushed down toilets, be. It ain't beating time. And see, that's what I understand. This is Egyptian thinking. I was hollering at my nigga this morning about this shit. Nigga, look, it's like this. Somebody put you in this jail. All this shit is hell, B. Everything you're going through is despair. It's a lot of bullshit. And you be like, why? At the end of the day. Some people be too blind. They got too much 7-Up in the brain to actually think with that much clarity. So, you know, for the people who think with clarity and are, you know, repetitive thinkers, you know, all day, they thinking about life, existence, psychology, sociology, how to get better, how to stay away, how to be secure, you know. And usually individuals who think like that are reading books. I've never really met anybody who thinks like that and is not a reader, you see. So if you don't read, you fail. You're 300, 400 years behind the game, you know. And who wants to be the butt of the joke, you see? And since it's all a joke, and there is no true definition of why humans are here on this planet, you know, you might as well kick somebody's ass. Because somebody put you here on some bullshit. So what you got to do is defy. See, the game is to be immortal. You see, this is Egyptian level thinking right here. You see. And this is why they made the pyramids. So, nigga, you ain't finna tell me you gonna put me here and then just wipe me out of existence. And nothing is remembered, nothing, the story isn't told, nigga. I'm finna put up all of this shit. I'm finna confuse you niggas. I'm finna make mysteries. I'm gonna make false walls. I'm gonna change up my languages. We gonna change up the orders. We gonna confuse the shit out of all of human existence, nigga. Cause you niggas then fuck around and put me down here and just gonna make me rot. Because, you know, you have a good time as a child until you get a certain age and then you start rotting. You rot. Okay? You choose your poison. You choose the food that you eat, you know, whatever you smoke, whatever you drink, you know. And the only way, and that's what's so cold, is because when I be talking like this, a lot of people are like, oh, this is, you know, miserable, you know. No, it's externalizing the element, so it isn't internal. When you externalize, it's not internalized, you dig what I'm saying? And you have to caricaturize the motherfucker and embody it on the outside of you. That way you know what to do with it, you know how to control it, you know. Somebody just said something about my Facebook where black people can't control anything. All natives, if you have a hardcore tribal background, this goes to Eskimos, this goes to the Inuits, this goes to Navajos, you know, Algonquin, you know, this goes to Fulanis, you know. Name a tribe, you know, the Fijis, the Maoris, the Picts, you know, there's a lot of different tribes being. And tribal understanding doesn't allow you to have a sense of ownership. There's no sense of ownership in tribes. There's a lot of missing psychological faculties. Well, I don't know if it's missing. I don't know if it was supposed to be developed. I don't know if maybe, you know, we were designed to sit on the rock and have the bone in the nose and dance around the drum. Maybe all humans were designed to do that. You know, somebody brought a great interruption. And there's been to interference with time. What the force is that's driving this or controlling it, we do not know. Everybody's sick of the bullshit. And that's why motherfuckers is marching on Area 51. And when they get there, it's going to be classified, nigga. White man go, classified, nigga. Classified. Top secret, nigga. Government clearance. You can come in here. I hope it's Independence Day. I hope they come out the ground. We need to stop paying the bills, okay? That's what everybody got problems with. Bills, 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 fucking up everybody's shit, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about social problems dealing with idiots up in the Hollywood and all that other shit. What Trump said and all that other shit. If you can't control your situation, you can't control your shit. Which reinforces what they said about the natives and how they've been operating the entire picture. There is no racism when you see nothing but white people as general managers and district managers and the CEOs and shit. They've been CEOs of shit since the 1600s. Niggas just now seeing CEO shit in the 1900s. You just now trying to smell what the fuck that is in the last 50 years, and you think we're supposed to give over our corporations to you motherfuckers, and you only been doing this shit for 50 years. We've been doing this shit for 700, 800 fucking years consistent. Whoo! It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's not racism. It's just smart. You know, like you ain't finna allow no infant to drive your car. That's basically what you're doing and what you're saying. I'm not gonna let no infant drive my vehicle. You see what I'm saying? This is what we're looking at, people. This is what we're looking at. And this is where the problem lies. It's dangerous, man. You know, so I understand a lot of new things about life ever since I wrote the VooDoo Edition. It's very scary. So it's definitely making me make some very big decisions on how I operate, who I'm operating with, what I'm doing, how I'm talking, where I'm seen, and all of that. It's a lot of switch up about to come through. It has to. We're getting older, we get mature. And I have no problem with maturity. That is a mandate of age. And, you know, with what the trouble that we see at the Walt Disney shows that there is a problem with this new generation of individuals who force themselves into the status of a child. They force their minds into this cosplay, video game, immature, irresponsible ass dumb shit. They force themselves into it. They pay the job, they pay the bill. They go to the job and they pay the bill at the house, and then all other time is focused on dodging. It's focused on evading adult responsibilities by blinding yourself with useless activity, such as a Disney or a fucking. Why are grown motherfuckers? Why are the top people going to Disney 30, 40 years old? There's a problem, bro. You motherfuckers be on the news. You know, now mental health is a t-shirt. Mental health is a style. It is a fad. We're all good. Nobody's crazy. We're all good. Please get the fuck out of here. Motherfuckers is loony birds out here. People are jumping off bridges. People losing their wits. People can't stay focused. And the solution to all things is reading. The solution to all your problems is reading. With as many books there are on earth, you can fill up oceans. You know? So, you know, this is all new to a lot of natives. I really call this the indigenous backfire. This is what I call it. And my theory is that indigenous people don't know anything about how to operate in structures of tax. Now, I'm not saying that there was monetary systems in African kingdoms, but they were minimal. You know, cowrie shells were used for finances amongst many tribes in Africa, and that's usually because the cowrie shells were only at the coast, and it would take long walk to get to the coast for the tribes that were more inland. Okay, so they were considered to be precious. Okay, and then you know, beads were also used as a form of transaction. Same with cloth. You know, there was more things that were needed. We had more appreciation towards life during these times, and that which was the mandate, because we didn't live in excess and glutton as we do now.
So now that we live in excess and glutton, our minds have switched over to everything being disposable, even our mates and our children, especially to fulfill whatever innate desires, that you think is more important than common courtesy or future progression. And when we say progression, what is progression? Progression really is only defined by a goal. You see, you have to have a goal and ending, which in medieval times, the word goal was also a jail, or or a goal could be your coffin. You see what I'm saying? It was spelled GAOL, you know. So you have to have a goal, a goal after your progression. And your progression is going to be for security. You need security from what? From first weather, which is your natural environment. You see? So progression is defined by whatever end means we designed as our desires to achieve. So that can also leave us at a standpoint since we have the development in science to, maybe inhabit another planet. This could be progression. To seek other solar systems could be progression. Anything that is a goal to be achieved is basically progression. But the capacity of your mind of responsibility is also going to predicate that. So if you only think about your own ass, then your thought pattern is limited as well. As a lot of black people, we only listen to rap music. We think about our own shit. We're not investigative nor are we explorative. And that will be part of our downfall and demise as well. You see what I'm saying? I come out here, man, and I do my thing because the picture looks terrible. And I guess, obviously, I'm just designed for development of that picture, and I understand that that picture is really a personal. When you get down to the nitty grit, it is all dependent upon the individual. And the bottom line to the system is reading nonfiction books. As long as you read nonfiction books, if this whole earth was to cut off television and cell phones and to read nonfiction books, I guarantee you we would have a heaven within the span of 5 years. You know, but that would be nonfiction material, theological material, anthropology. We need to stay in those areas and we need to understand who we are as human beings and how we can make our system. It's damn sure that the system is declining. The world system is declining. The individual, the racial system is declining. The state systems are declining. We have comedians as presidents who openly make racist remarks. We have a lot of things that need to be questioned, need to be explained, and need to be met with a common ground by several different parties. And that's all there is to it. If you're the strongest, it's not nature to agree with the weak. So that's just where the line is at. And many people have to pick up their statuses, and the only way you can pick up your status is by your psychological development and your trial and error. And we don't have much of that, and we're not staying focused, okay? There's a lot of racial areas that we gotta, get over. Now, like a lot of people ask me, why am I doing this, or why I talk the way I do, or what am I doing? And that question right there just lets me know that, okay, that reinforces everything these white boys were saying in the 1500s. You're a native that has a lack of understanding, of comprehension. And I don't want to put it in perspective like that, but it's the lack of interest. And that's why the majority of black businesses don't go, is because the lack of interest and the lack of enforcing what you love upon others so they can feel better and be better. I mean, that's how we got cars now. In the ancient times, only the kings and the emperors and all of that got chariots. Everybody has a chariot right now, so it's been put together where it could be forced upon everybody and everybody has the allowance for it to attain. you see, and be a king of their own right. And that's the system we truly have provided here. That is provided for all of us. But there's a lot of other details. Then the devil is always inside the details, and we aren't doing our own bit for us. The situation with ASAP Rocky is very sad. But what can we do about it? The only person that can't do anything about it or is swinging with some gloves on is Trump. And that's all I can say. I haven't heard anybody else say anything about what they done put down or what they've done. I can't do anything. So I'm not going to speak or try to hold judgment against others who can't do anything. I don't know where anybody's financial spot is at. But there's a lot of individuals who can. And those who are doing something, more power to you. The saints who are with you to push that through. You see what I'm saying? Or the devils are with you, if that's what you need to make that happen. You know, but it's very unfortunate. There's a lot of things that are very unfortunate that are going on right now. I can't address them all, nor can I get involved in them. So I, as a man, I only take on what I can take on, and that once again goes back down to the natives. We have yet to show any example of manpower. We don't understand manpower. I can show you videos from the 1930s where these Europeans is all in front of the White House, 10,000, 20,000 deep in unison, marching around, having a good old festive time. And then at the same time, they're extremely organized on what their goals are and how to achieve them. You see, lately a lot of people have been hitting me up about entertainment. They want to work with me and this and that. And like I just said, everything is manpower. My art is too powerful. My understanding is a little bit too powerful to be sitting down and being submissive to some stranger that wants to hand off of my work and art. As we've seen many individuals in entertainment get their legacy slandered, get their finances slandered, and their families get left embarrassed on the newspapers. And it is the majority of the race that allowed that to happen, because they did not enforce themselves on the paradigm of control around these individuals. But how does a fruit plant picking people have any sense of control or ownership? There's no sense of control. So, due to that fact, there's no internal clique that I can design here in Vegas that can put entertainment together and protect our shit and finance our own shit and divide our pie when it is coming back in reimbursement. Then, nigga, fuck all of that. I don't play games, man. I'm different. A lot of niggas like a lot of hee hee ha ha. Yeah, I know I crack jokes, and I crack jokes to make myself feel good and whoever those who are around me, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, man, I'm not really a hee hee ha ha individual, man. You know, that's just what it is. It's like my homeboy told me, he was like, man, you gotta do that, man. You gotta put on a shirt and tie for the people. I was like, man, the white man only do that for the natives. The white man only does that for the aborigine who asks for that fantasy and they demand the fantasy and they only respond to the fantasy. Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, man, you can see them at several conferences with 3,000 millionaires in the audience. And they're up there with a t-shirt on and wearing some sandals. So it's not them that are doing it. It's you that's mandating it. You see? You know? And the whole element of Aboriginal thinking is extremely backwards. And there's no way somebody could tell me that, slavery put that chip down. Nah, slavery didn't put that chip down. That mentality was backwards on the coast of Africa. If there was intelligence of instruction of infrastructure and a care and a love for mass production, and they were trading slaves to the Spaniards that and the Portuguese that showed up to the coast, they would have at least had the intelligence to ask for some piping and some ships, and they did not. You know, and this is documented, man. So it's thinking. It is the thinking. It's the psychological space, man. So That's just what it is. There's many books written in the 1800s, man. Um, man, where they're breaking down the activity of how Africans are acting in this country. Um, their survival mechanisms after slavery and what occurred. And also, while I just documented all the activity that was going down on the coast, well, I mean, not all the activity, but there's a lot of information out there pertaining to the subject. I've definitely opened up the cellar. I see a lot of people are taking my subject matters and making their Facebook posts about what happened with slave ships and trying to show that they're educated about details. I never came out here to try to show myself to be educated, and that's why I put the references in my material and I put the material in front of me. I don't put myself in front of the information. I let you get it from the horse's mouth because I don't got these psychological problems the black race overall has, especially when it comes to masculinity and fatherhood. There's a lot of psychological issues, and that's part of the whole I want to be the show. You see, there is no revolution. It's only standing at the podium and being the show. It's the same with the rituals that were going on with the tribes. Is being the show, dancing around and wearing a crazy ass outfit and flipping your hand and your head everywhere and being the show. You just want to be the show, being. I don't want to be no show. I got this car because it was given to me. It's beautiful. It's got the 72. I'm 72. That's it, being. I'm not out here for no show, being. You know what I'm saying? I represent intelligence. My name is Ancient Bookmaker. You know, and intelligence is the only thing that wins, as it has shown. You know, books got more weight than music, so that's just what it is. Be a winner. I want niggas to be a winner. And there is no winning in being a fool, bro. So, really, a lot of the information that I'm presenting is very hardcore for a lot of people because it's making you fight your DNA and you didn't even know you had this shit in your DNA, but you feel it as soon as you read my material. So let's start breaking a lot of chains that are highly disrespectful. One thing you should do, like I've done, is give credit where credit is due. You know, um, state where you get information from. You know, nobody wants to look at you. You're not important. Bringing information to somebody is not necessarily important unless it can last for eons and eons, and that's the written word. The spoken word and the post that you publish, and whatever you publish is attached to your soul. So, uh, yeah, that's one thing I learned by writing 7 books. Is when you publish and when you copyright, that shit is attached to your soul, and it adjusts your soul, and it adjusts the scope of human thinking. As the books I've put and as much information that I've put out in the internet world, I've actually developed my own atmospheric level. At 24 hours a day, my voice is being heard somewhere on this planet. My words are being read, my music is being played, my blog talks is being played, all of that. I own 24 hours of the day. You know, I got an atmospheric zone. So what I say actually does adjust your paradigm, whether you like it or not. And if you read those books, you will be thrown into a dimension. Each book of mine holds their own dimension, you know, and that's just the way it works, man. I didn't know my life was gonna turn out like this. You don't know how your life is gonna turn out. So, who knows what comes tomorrow. But I want people to be happy out there. Don't be stressed. The mental health shit is real. The only thing I'm really telling you is that you have to read books in order to dodge mental health, because reading books puts problems in your mind that you can focus on and change. It doesn't have you running around in your mind creating bullshit ass thoughts and then falling into realms of fear and distrust of those who are around you, because you're running around in your head with 3-4 layers of thinking on a bunch of dumbass. You see, and you're not studying human history. You don't understand what's going on, nor do you know how to respect people, because you don't know the extremes of outcomes that can come out from situations. But everything here is repetitive, and that's why my books are software, so you can get that software out of you and understand how to operate it instead of it operating you. So get the Real Nigga Etiquette VooDoo Edition, get the Black Man's Bible, get the Ethereal Law, get the Real Nigga Etiquette, the volume one. Basically, I gotta do it like that now, and then get the kicked out of heaven. If you can handle the kicked out of heaven, you can become a beast, man. And you can read all three volumes, volume one, two, and three. You know, so that's what the game is. You know, y'all get at me, man. This is Robin Hood, Robin Artisan, Robin Goodfellow. You know, it's funny how I did that. Hood, Artisan, and Goodfellow is the hag. The hag is the hex. Hex is 720 degrees. 720 degrees is the honeycomb. The honeycomb is the bee. The bee is Saint Isidore of Seville. I holla at y'all niggas, man. Get at me. This is real timing. I was put on your planet to put gods and goddesses and men and women. I do that. So if you want to know the process and we figure out what gods are aligned to you or what goddesses are aligned to you as a female, you get at me and we can discover many things. Because remember, a real nigga etiquette, the VooDoo Edition, it was Duddy Bookman. My last name is Booker. I didn't do that. The calculator, the software did that. And the 72 devils in the Goetia and the 72 names of God in the Judaic system. I didn't do that. GA/D is Gotti. This is the GAD 720. Y'all niggas get at me. KeenanBooker.com, StargatePublishing.com, GTFOHnews.com, MillenniumDVDs.com. Go get the DVDs at MillenniumDVDs.com and stop your bullshit. All right, get that. Make sure that the scholars survive because they're in my graveyard. They're here and they're preserved here, and you need to preserve them too, so they stand in the atmosphere forever. You not understand that this is serious shit. Y'all get at me, man. Peace.